We are actually in Fiat 126 inside of that, and probably you can hear that. Are you comfortable?
Yeah, this is comfortable and normal to me. Yeah.
Because not for me, to be honest. It's really tiny. Why Fiat 126?
I wanted to, I just wanted a smaller car than the very big estate car I had. And I saw this advertised on eBay and thought it would be a cheap little runaround. And then I saw it, fell in love with it, bought it, and it wasn't a cheap little runaround at all. But it's my hobby now, and I love it, and I hope I drive it every day if I can.
So it's not a lifestyle, it's just a hobby.
It is just a hobby, but it's also, I do drive it every day, and it's almost a lifestyle. Almost, yes.
So did you hear earlier about the Polish cars, about Polish classic cars?
Nope, no. I have been interested in classic motorcycles for some time, but obviously with a child you can't really ride motorcycles that much, and this seemed like a perfect option. I didn't even know it was Polish, I'm afraid, at the time. So it's been a learning curve.
So when you saw it on eBay,
yeah.
Was it the love from the first sight, or just...
Yes, I love the colour. The colour was fantastic.
Is it a blue one, or just...
it's just blue, it's mad blue. It's very vivid, and I just like the looks of that. I like the stickers as well. Some of the stickers were already on it. I've put more on myself. But yeah, it just looks small and cute.
Do you like this car? Actually, honestly, do you like this car?
I love it. And I would do anything to keep this on the road. I love this car. I shouldn't love this car, but I do love this car.
Would you recommend this car to someone? Oh, I want a small, really tiny car.
Yes. It's an experience that everyone should have. Is driving a Fiat 126.
I don't think so, honestly. This is my personal point of view. It's really up to you. Tell me about the idea of the trip, because you are ahead of 2,500 miles away from the purpose of the trip, and it's a long way. Are you scared of driving because it's far?
Yes, I've never, ever, ever gone so far before in my life. I'm a little bit scared about going to Ipswich and back. So, yeah, it's a long way. And but because I don't have any experience of that my ignorance is bliss. I'm relying on that. I don't think I'll want to do it again. I'm sure once I've done it, I'll be like, I don't want to do this again. But, I don't know.
So what is the purpose of the trip?
Originally last year it was to go to the Malak World Meeting in Slovakia, which is the largest world rally of Fiat 126s, and it's in the Guinness World Record. It's got three world records, Guinness Book of Records. And it seemed like a lot of fun, but then it was cancelled because there was problems with Zvolen, is where it was. And they said they were going to run it again this year. And I thought, yes, I definitely want to go. But then my mum died in January. And I was asked, because I was the only person from my club going, it was suggested that I raise some money for charity for the drive, and that seems to have grown quite large. It's quite big now, and I hadn't realised how big it was going to get.
Can you tell me more about your mum? Because this is a sad story, honestly.
She, we had a difficult relationship. She died in January, 15th of January. She took her own life, and it was a big shock. But in a way it wasn't, because she'd threatened it quite a lot in her life. She had personality disorder. It's a disorder that is somewhere in between bipolar and schizophrenia, and there's no treatment for it, and the actual term is horrible as well. It makes people feel that there's something wrong with them, and there's not something wrong with their personality. It's just the term personality disorder. There's borderline personality disorder, narcissistic, different sort of types. But there's no help available, and very few people know about it. And so she denied it and hid it, really. And it made it very difficult for her to have friends and to get along with people. She was very socially inept in that sense. But she was also, typically with mental illness, she was creative, intelligent, vibrant, fun, really outgoing, and extrovert, but difficult with people. And as she got older and older and couldn't rely on her looks so much and her physical ability, it made life pretty dreadful for her. She didn't get to go out, she couldn't walk properly. The carers that came to the house, a lot of them wouldn't come back because she was rude to them. I was her carer for a while, and I quit because we ended up having lots of rows and difficulties. But it just became too much. The options were she was going to have to sell her house and go into care home, and she was losing her memory, she was losing her mind slowly. The physical side was getting worse. Her options were dwindling. There was nothing left for her. her future was dreadful, and so she decided to do something extremely brave and, gave herself an extra option and quit.
So let's go back to your trip, because we are
Yes.
still in a tiny little
Yes.
Polish Fiat. Is the car ready?
Yes, I need some
Ooh,
wood.
this was just. What can I say? Yes or no?
Yes or no? I would say yes, because I have worked on everything now, with some help from some very, very fantastic friends. All I need to do now is change the wiper blades, re-grease the wheel bearings, and there's one other thing I can't remember. It's on my list. I can't remember, but I don't have to do it. It could be done without.
But you secure yourself because your partner is following you.
Yes, he's following in a van, in a special van that's just the right size to fit the Fiat inside, just in case. Hoping not to use it. We'll definitely use it for the ferry journey, because we're only paying for one vehicle. So we're going to get to the ferry, drive the car into the van, and then drive it off when we get to Holland.
That's fantastic. What do your son think about the trip?
He seems to be taking it in his stride. He's just, it's cool. I'm in the paper today, and it's
You are
cool.
the famous person.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because you've already said to me that there are 2 Fiat 126 in Colchester.
That I know of, yes.
It's probably possible, because I haven't seen more
No.
than this one. So can you tell me the route of the journey? Because it's quite long and it's quite interesting, to be honest.
It is. We're doing 12 countries in 12 days, and it's 2,500 miles. We're starting in Colchester, obviously, driving to Harwich, then taking a ferry to the Hook of Holland, and from there we're meeting up with a 126er in Holland for coffee, only coffee. Then we've got 2 camping places in Germany, and then we're stopping in Prague in the Czech Republic for lunch on the Wednesday, and then we're going to Krakow in Poland for Thursday night, where we have a big car meeting. A whole load of 126s are meeting us there, and on Friday morning we're going to convoy down to Slovakia to the venue. So we're there for the weekend. We've got a hotel. I'm looking forward to the hotel. It's going to be nice. And wellness services, yes. But after that, on the Monday, we're going down to Hungary. So we go to Budapest, and then we do Austria, Liechtenstein, Switzerland, Luxembourg, Belgium, France, and back to the Hook of Holland. Yes, a long way. Yes.
What can you wish yourself?
What do I wish?
Yeah,
I just
to survive, probably.
to survive. Yes, for my son to survive. That would be good. For all of us to have. I don't want to break down. I really don't want to break down. And if I do, I want it to be something I can fix. But I just want to make it to Slovakia. That bit. The rest of the return journey is less pressure, because I just really want to make it to Slovakia in one piece and do it myself.
So let's talk about the car. How long have you got this car?
In August it'll be 2 years I've had this car.
So how many miles on the clock?
There's 40. I think there's 44,000 on it and a half now. When I got it, there were 42.
So I didn't realize, because in Poland you've got different side of the road
Yes.
to drive,
Yes.
and this wheel is on the right hand side. So that means it's especially designed to be in England.
Yes. Yes. In fact, it was sold. The back sticker on the back has got the original sale sign from Norwich. It was originally from Norwich.
What year is that car?
This car is 1980. It's 32 years old.
So any funny stories about that car? Any scary stories about that car within that year? You got it?
I don't know about that year, but I've got scary. I certainly got a couple of scary stories myself since
Come
owning
on,
it.
keep going.
Okay, like being on fire.
When?
He says, looking very uncomfortable being in the car.
Fire inside the car or just outside?
That was just over a year ago. It was in the engine bay. It was down at the B&Q roundabout, and I had people shouting at me saying, "Get out the car! Your car's on fire!" There were flames higher than the car coming out of the back of the car, and luckily it just went out. I got the fire engine out and everything. But then the next day I replaced all the fuel pipes, apart from one, which I forgot about and didn't know about, and drove all the way down to Auto Italia, which was just off the M25 in Kent, and went through the Dartford Tunnel and everything, and drove all the way down there. One of the guys looked at it and told me I had the fuel return pipe wasn't there, so I was spilling petrol all the way down there. I didn't know. And then on the way back, I broke down at the Dartford Tunnel and ended up getting a police escort. No, I got a push start by the people, by the patrol officers, and then a police escort through the tunnel.
So do you want to still keep it?
Yes.
And you're really honest and happy with that car?
Yes. Yes. This is why it's going to be such an achievement to do this trip.
It could be. So I can wish you good luck. And at the last stage, can you tell me something about yourself, who you are and what you're doing?
I've always had difficulty with my confidence, and I haven't really tried to do very much, and I just feel that this is going to be really important for me personally, and it's going to be something that I can grow. And something for my son Oscar as well, to show him not to be afraid of things, and just keep trying and keep smiling, because whatever happens, it's going to be funny.
Carolina, we wish you very good luck.
Thank you
For your journey, and we will stay in touch.